Our happiness ranking takes a brutal spanking. The U.S. dropped 8 spots to claim the title of 23rd happiest country in the world, according to the new happiness report. We would have dropped even lower, but luckily, a few banks still offer free checking. It's the first time the U.S. didn't rank in the top 20 since the index was created just 12 years ago. And why did we fall so low? I mean, beside the obvious reasons. Gallup, which did the happiness report, partly blames Americans under the age of 30 who feel worse about their lives. They're less supported by friends and family, less free to make life choices, more stressed and less satisfied with their living conditions. So they feel less free to make life choices. But really, is that so bad? Remember, this was the generation that ate Tide Pods. They also feel less confident in the government and have increased perceptions of corruption. Gee, I wonder who would give them that impression. Yes, red meat, baby. So at least their misery is rooted in some reality. So what's the happiest country? Finland. Are you surprised? Well, here's a bunch of famous people from Finland, if you'll look at them. There you go. There's your answer. No one famous comes from Finland. They are completely free of celebrities. How can you not be happy there? No Kardashians, no Baldwins, no frickin' Jesse Waters. It's a celeb-free zone. Denmark, Iceland, Sweden, and Israel round out the top 5. Israel's a surprise, considering they have worse neighbors than Rand Paul.
Good. That was good.
Yeah, the unhappiest country in the world, Afghanistan at number 143. It's the CNN of countries. You'd think, though, they'd be happier with all those tanks we gifted the Taliban. And an added plus, the girls don't have to go to school anymore.
A sexist would say.
Tyrus, why are we less happy? Is it because everything is so easy? You get everything you want to excess, from food to entertainment to sex. We just overindulge. We don't know what's good anymore.
Well, you just answered your own question. I agree.
That's, I learned that.
Wow, what's that about? Wow, that was interesting. Listen, man. Shout outs to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Inside joke, you guys don't get to know. First world problems. My life is so bad, I have time to complain about it. Your life's pretty good. Because when you're going through hard times, you're going through it. Mm-hmm. And you're trying to work and put food on the table or whatever. You're not complaining because mom starched bed sheets on Wednesdays and she's not supposed to do it on Thursdays. So we're seeing the first world people are now the ones complaining online. Mm-hmm. Like if you're in America right now and you're complaining about the job situation or life situation, there's 23 other countries who are ahead of us.
Yeah.
You go to any of those 23, maybe the exception of Finland. I have been there. I don't get it. I don't see the. Mm. But any one of those people will be like, we got to get to America. So everyone wants to get to America. No one else has got their borders melting with people coming from everywhere to come get here. So we never get the credit we deserve of how great this place is because we get to listen to the comfortable, probably chubby people sitting around happy because their life is so. Listen, if you don't have to look for food and you don't have to protect yourself, you got a pretty damn good life. And most places, you don't always have that luxury. So I think it's just as like we're listening to the wrong people and complaining. This is the best country in the world for a reason.
He brings up. See that? They just applauded my finger. Gruel, okay, I always go to you with food questions, but I believe that maybe diet could play a role in America because there's a lot of processed stuff we're eating that messes with our brains. And I look at some of these countries and they tend to eat leaner, smaller things. Is that a possibility?
100%, you nailed it. You nailed it twice in a row now.
Can we go?
I mean, yeah, exactly. And that's what I was going to say. So, and I'll take it a step further. It's food, but it goes back to China. Right? Because it's food and TikTok. It's both of those together. And you say, well, why is food related to China? Well, look, most of our food, actually, China owns so much of our farmland. A lot of our food is raised here, shipped to China, treated with chemicals, and then sent back to the United States. So I blame all of this on China. Actually, I'm not even going to eat Chinese food ever again.
Oh, it's my favorite food group, Chinese food.
Yeah.
I consider it a food group. Kat, Would you like to comment on the unhappiness of America or the serenity of Finland?
I don't know anything about Finland.
I went to Finland.
Oh, really?
In the 90s.
Did you have a nice time?
I had a great time. I snowmobiled across the Arctic Sea. I ate reindeer meat.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you had a nice time in Finland in the 90s.
I got to smoke on the plane.
Well, I'm not shocked that the older people in America are happier.
Yeah.
Because they own all the homes. I think that a lot of it, I don't think it's just TikTok. I think a lot of it is social media. And I think that obviously we're too far gone for that to change. But the amount of time that I spend on my phone just looking at stuff.
Right.
Without even thinking about it. And all this time has gone by and I'm not happier. You know, you're looking at other people, they seem happier and you're just filling your head with garbage. I also think that the trust in the government thing, I think a lot of us are not over what happened during COVID. Mm-hmm. I think that if you would have seen what happened before it happened, you would have said there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way the government made places illegal.
Yeah.
But they did. And we all went through that. It's one of those things where it's like, if that was possible, what's possible? I think it's normal to be a little disillusioned after you realize that was possible.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I saw a statistic that, like, kids these days are 9 hours a day on social media, which means they're just staring at their phones. They can't communicate. And they're also comparing themselves to others. That can't be right for your mental state, but it's great for me. Because I don't do it. You know, Jamie, I heard you're on a no-fly list to all those happier countries, so you won't export your misery to them.
Yeah, I'm depressed about this. You're right about the screen time. My kids, last time I was talking to my kid in person, he tried to minimize me. And I go... I think Tyrus has a really good point because the study was done by self-reporting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if there was a way to really qualify it, I think you're right because we grew up pretty damn poor, and I do feel like I wake up almost there. I'm not even joking. I get in the shower and I go, warm water. I get excited. I get excited about all these things. It's because I saw my parents work. They worked hard to put food on the floor. We didn't have a table. And those were the wealthy people. The whole time I was reading this article, I was like, I wonder where Finland even is. I wish I had a map. And do you think it's more so also, I also don't think it's fair because within the United States, you could live in Hawaii, or you could live in Alaska.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's all these differences between, like, is it even a good metric?
That is, and what a great word.
Thank you.
Metric, well done.
I woke up this morning, I was like, I'm gonna find a place to say metric tonight.
Good for you.
Found it.
All right, named after one of my favorite
Also,
systems.
how did they survey the people in Afghanistan? Like,
Yes.
I think they just flew over and were like, they
if
look
somebody asked,
miserable.
hey, how are you doing? They not good.
Send help. All right, up next, would the CIA frown on a dude in a gown?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.